Most men think low hormones only show up in the body, belly fat, low muscle, weak libido. But the truth is, the earliest warning signs appear in the mind long before the body starts to break down. And if you ignore these psychological signals, you won't just lose energy, you lose your edge, your drive, and the fire that makes you feel like a man. Today, let us talk about the hidden mental and emotional changes that quietly reveal your male hormones are slipping. These signs are subtle. They're easy to blame on stress or age, and that's why most men overlook them. But when you understand them, you can catch the problem early, fix it naturally, and rebuild your strength, confidence, and mental clarity before things get worse. One of the earliest shifts men feel is the loss of the inner spark they once had. Not the physical energy, but the mental fire, the internal engine that made you bold, ambitious, and hungry for more. When male hormones start dropping, a man slowly stops caring about the things he used to be passionate about. He wakes up without purpose. He delays simple tasks. He avoids decisions. That natural hunger to build, grow, and achieve disappears quietly. Most men simply assume they're tired or getting older. But what's really happening is that their hormonal drive, the chemical that fuels ambition, assertiveness, and purpose, is dimming in the background. Another psychological shift happens in emotional responses. Some men feel emotionally flat. Joy doesn't hit as deep. Passion feels muted. Life feels gray instead of vibrant. Others become more reactive, irritated, or overwhelmed by small stressors. The same hormonal changes can make a man either too numb or too sensitive, and both are warning signs. Many blame their job, their partner, or life pressure, but what's actually happening is chemical imbalance. Male hormones play a big role in mood regulation, emotional stability, and mental resilience. When levels drop, the mind starts losing its grip, and men begin to misinterpret the world through a tired, unstable emotional lens. Confidence also takes a quiet hit, not the loud, external confidence, but the internal certainty, the deep belief in your own abilities. When male hormones fall, self-doubt increases. Decisions feel heavier. You hesitate where you used to act instantly. You question your worth and abilities more often. Even everyday tasks begin feeling like challenges because your inner certainty is fading. This is one of the most dangerous psychological signs because it changes your identity. You stop recognizing yourself. You stop feeling like the man you were. And most men suffer through this silently, not realizing their biology is the root cause. A decline in competitive instinct is another subtle clue. Men are naturally wired to pursue progress, to grow, to win. Low hormones silence this instinct. You stop chasing goals. You settle for the minimum. You avoid challenges that once excited you. That quiet, burning desire to improve yourself, physically, mentally, financially, begins to disappear. This shift can ruin personal growth, career momentum, and long-term confidence. And most men don't notice it until it has already damaged their ambition. Focus and mental clarity also decline when male hormones drop. Men begin struggling to concentrate. They hop between tasks. They forget small things. They feel mentally slow or mentally soft. Even a simple workload becomes overwhelming. This is why so many men feel like they're living in a fog. They think they're burned out or overstressed, but hormonal imbalance plays a major role in how sharp, disciplined, and attentive the male mind feels. Another psychological sign is social withdrawal. A man may stop talking, stop sharing, stop connecting. Not because he wants to be alone, but because he no longer feels sharp, confident, or energetic enough to interact. He becomes quiet. He avoids gatherings. He reduces communication. This withdrawal sneaks in slowly, and before he knows it, he asks isolating himself from the people he cares about, which only worsens mental stress and emotional fatigue. All these subtle shifts point to a deeper truth. Male hormones don't just control muscles, libido, or physical strength. They shape identity, purpose, emotional stability, confidence, ambition, and mental clarity. When hormones decline, the mind declines with them. And because these changes show up quietly, most men never connect the dots. They assume life is getting harder. They assume they're aging too fast. They assume something external is wrong. But the real issue is inside the body, silently lowering the quality of a man's thoughts and feelings. If you've been feeling the loss of your spark, the shrinking of your confidence, emotional ups and downs, mental fog, or a sense that you're no longer the man you once were, this is your wake-up call. These psychological shifts aren't random. They are signals. They are warnings. They are your biology asking for help. And the good news is that you can rebuild your mental strength, emotional stability, and masculine drive naturally by improving your sleep, nutrition, stress levels, movement, and recovery habits. You can get your fire back. You can get your edge back. And the moment you take action, your mind, your energy, and your inner strength begin rising again.